Jenna ripped open the box. Shiny new fitness tracker. It was sleek, black, and promised to unleash your inner athlete. Jenna chuckled. Inner athlete was a stretch, but she was down for trying. She strapped it on, the screen lighting up with a chipper, "Hello, okay, maybe this tracker going to be fun. Time to find out."
Ready to get those endorphins pumping?
Jenna, it's 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Endorphins can wait.
Nope, the tracker says it's go time.
And with that, Jenna took off down the path, Mark trailing behind. The first few minutes were peaceful, birds chirping, sun shining, the usual park scene. Little did they know things were about to get weird. Suddenly, Jenna's tracker buzzed.
Step it up, Slowpoke. Double your pace for the next minute.
A robotic voice boomed from the device. Jenna, startled, instinctively obeyed. She sped up, leaving a bewildered mark in her dust. He called out, struggling to keep up. "S2, what was that?"
The tracker, it's motivating me.
Jenna yelled back, torn between amusement and alarm. This was in the product description. The tracker buzzed again.
Time for some plyometrics, 20 jumping jacks stat.
Jenna came to a screeching halt, right in the middle of the path. Mark, still catching his breath, nearly plowed into her.
Jenna, what are you doing?
Jenna, ignoring him, started furiously doing jumping jacks.
Gotta listen to the tracker.
She huffed between jumps. People were staring. Some pointed. A dog barked. This was not how Jenna envisioned her Saturday morning jog. A group of teenagers on bikes swerved around Jenna, laughing hysterically. An elderly couple, walking hand in hand, stopped dead in their tracks, eyes wide with alarm.
"Is this some kind of new workout craze?" one of them yelled, pedaling away.
Mark, finally recovered, just shook his head.
This is what happens when you buy gadgets without reading the reviews.
Jenna, meanwhile, finished her jumping jacks, breathing hard.
Okay, tracker, what's next? She asked, a mix of dread and anticipation in her voice.
The tracker, as if sensing her trepidation, remained silent. For a glorious minute, there was only the sound of birdsong and Mark's heavy breathing. The park was serene, a perfect contrast to the tension they felt. The morning sun cast a golden hue over the trees, and the gentle rustling of leaves added to the calm ambiance.
Maybe it's done? Jenna said hopefully, her eyes wide with anticipation. She glanced at Mark, searching for any sign of reassurance. The tracker had been acting up for days, and they were both at their wits' end.
Mark gave her a "don't jinx it" look, and then the tracker spoke again. This time, it was singing. Badly. A mangled version of "Eye of the Tiger" blasted from its tiny speaker. The sound was so unexpected and off-key that it was almost comical. The tiny screen displayed a pixelated tiger, its mouth moving in sync with the distorted tune.
Oh no, Jenna groaned, clapping her hand over the tracker. It's alive! She couldn't believe the absurdity of the situation. The tracker, which was supposed to help them stay fit, had turned into a source of endless amusement and frustration.
Mark burst out laughing. The tension melted away as he doubled over, clutching his sides. The absurdity of the moment was too much to handle. The park, once a place of calm, was now filled with their laughter.
This is what you get for wanting to unleash your inner athlete at 8 a.m., Mark teased, wiping tears of laughter from his eyes. The morning had taken an unexpected turn, but in that moment, they both realized that sometimes the best memories are made from the most unexpected events.
Jenna, desperate to silence the musical tracker, frantically scrolled through the settings on her phone. She had been dealing with this issue for days now, and it was starting to drive her crazy. The tracker had a mind of its own, playing random tunes and demanding jumping jacks at the most inconvenient times.
There has to be a way to turn this thing off, she muttered under her breath, her frustration growing with each passing second.
Maybe try throwing it in the fountain, Mark suggested helpfully, though his tone carried a hint of sarcasm. He had been watching Jenna struggle with the tracker for a while now and thought a bit of humor might lighten the mood.
Just then, a notification popped up on Jenna's phone. She paused, her finger hovering over the screen as she read the message.
Software update available for your FitTrack 3000. The words seemed to glow with promise.
Jenna stared intently at her phone screen. The notification about the software update was prominently displayed. Mark peered over her shoulder, looking both amused and slightly terrified. Could this be the solution they had been waiting for?
Software update? Maybe this will fix it, Jenna exclaimed, a glimmer of hope flickering in her eyes. She had tried everything else, and this seemed like her last chance.
She quickly downloaded the update, praying it would restore her tracker to its former, non-singing, non-jumping jack-demanding self. As the progress bar slowly inched forward, Jenna and Mark exchanged hopeful glances. The park around them seemed to hold its breath, waiting to see if the update would bring peace to their lives once more. Finally, the update completed, and Jenna held her breath as she restarted the tracker. Would it work? Would her FitTrack 3000 finally behave? Only time would tell. The update finished installing. Jenna had been waiting for this moment all week, hoping it would fix the glitches that had been plaguing her workouts. Jenna held her breath, waiting to see if the tracker would resume its reign of terror. The tracker remained silent. She felt a wave of relief wash over her, thinking that maybe, just maybe, the chaos was over. But then, a new message flashed across the screen. It read, "Welcome to Chaos Mode." Jenna's heart sank as she realized the update had brought a whole new level of unpredictability. Jenna and Mark exchanged a look. They had been through countless updates and glitches together, but this was something entirely different. This was their life now, apparently. They had no choice but to embrace the chaos and see where it would take them. And with that, Jenna and Mark took off running again, the tracker's robotic commands echoing behind them. "Sprint for 30 seconds, now walk backwards." It was going to be a long, strange, and undeniably hilarious run. "Congratulations, you've unlocked Chaos Mode," the tracker announced with a cheerful tone as if it were a game. "Get ready for a workout like no other." Jenna and Mark couldn't help but laugh. They knew this was going to be a workout filled with unexpected twists and turns, but they were ready to face it together. After all, sometimes the best way to deal with chaos is to embrace it with open arms and a sense of humor.